listening to 100% Worse.
I finally caved and I bought a Switch.
Gotta play that new Smash.
Yes, I did get Smash. Currently, it's the only game I have for it. I've been really wanting to. A lot of my friends haven't.
Yeah.
So I got it. It's fun. It's actually really fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a bit of an issue.
Yeah. Spill. Let's hear the tea.
My 14-year-old brother is better than everyone else in our family at video games.
Okay.
We don't know
Not
why.
unusual. The children are. They're evolving.
Yeah, it's weird, but he is. And he has done nothing but spam Wii Fit Trainer. Now, I didn't even know this character was an option. I haven't played since Brawl.
Okay.
For those of you who know what Brawl is,
Sure.
that didn't have it. I didn't play 4. So this is the first time I'm encountering him, and he's unbeatable.
Well, it's not just a he, right? It's like he or she. There's like a few different.
Yeah,
I think it
you
depends on the
can
skin.
choose depending on because you can have a male or female trainer in the actual Wii Fit. I used to do Wii Fit in the morning as like a training, not as training, but like an exercise
for the
routine.
big fight.
Yeah, yeah, for the big fight.
For the real life Smash Bros, where you would just go and smash your bros. I don't know if you guys know this. Connor has 86 brothers.
A lot of brothers. But no, we used to do a lot of, because it was Wii Fit was like exercise, so our mom would make us do this before we could play Wii. So I've already had a lot of experience with that smug face.
That smug ivory face.
Yeah, and now he won't stop. He won't pick another character. he just won't stop.
Well, I got to tell you, as somebody who mains Sonic the Hedgehog, I know a bit about spamming a character. The difference, of course, is that I don't ever win because I love playing my boy Sonic, but he runs so fast that he run right off them edge.
Yeah.
It'd be like that sometimes. Except it'd be like that all the time. I'm not very good at Smash. I did have a lot of fun when we played the other day, though. We should do that more often. But for now, we got a podcast to record, and well, this is 100% Worse. I'm Graham Ganal.
I'm Connor Hughes.
Let's go ahead and roll that intro.
Your best friends created the best show in the universe. And they took that show and made that show 100% worse.
Presenting Podcast Extravaganza 100% Worse, the show that gets better every day. Live from the soaring heights of Mount Fuji in Japan.
Well, speaking of fitness, speaking of sports, speaking of all of that stuff, we have kind of a related topic, and actually, I would say we have a timely topic.
Because this is 100% Worse, the show that gets better every
day.
I just wanted to make sure we actually got that in there.
No,
I didn't know if
yeah.
that's a thing that we should be doing, but...
No, I like it.
Okay.
I think the key to having a show that's constantly improving is to adapt the formula, you know?
is to do the same thing over and over and over again.
That's right, and expect different results. Well, listen, if you enjoyed that opening tag right before the beginning of the program, you can always send your own tag in. Just say, hi, my name is, and then say your name, and then say from, and then say like where you're from, or if you're like in a band, say the band name, stuff like that. I think you can figure it out. And then say, and you're listening to 100% Worse, because you are. And then just send that into 100% worse at gmail.com. That's the number 100, the words percent and worse. And hey, if you want to tweet about the show, go ahead and use the hashtag 100worse. Then it's the number 100 and the word worse. But first, let's go ahead and get into our topic, which is
football.
Football, the great American sport. And we should differentiate. This is American football we're talking about.
Yes, we are both American.
Both American.
And I don't have any experience with soccer, so I don't even think I could talk about that.
I did play soccer a few years.
Oh, really?
I think they were spread out. I think I played soccer when I was maybe 4. I played when I was...
Is it soccer then? Or is it just like kids confined to an area kicking a ball.
I mean,
Well, probably other kids more than the ball.
you know, you know what it is have you seen those videos of the little robots playing soccer?
Yes, I have.
And they're just like toddling along at half a mile per hour. And then when somebody tries to kick a goal, they very slowly tip themselves over to block it. That's what little kid soccer is. I experienced that. I think I played again when I was... What was that sound effect?
My glasses whapped the side of the the mic stand.
Yeah.
And just kind of created this like kind of
There's a
effect.
real piece of percussion there.
I apologize.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm definitely sampling that, so thanks for the sound effect, I guess. No, it's like, I played when I was maybe 11 or something like that. I was never good, and also, I don't even think I played when I was 11. I think I played when I was 8, maybe. I think maybe I played indoor soccer for a little bit when I was a little bit older. That was actually pretty fun. I can recommend indoor soccer. Once again, not talking about soccer. We are talking about football. That is American football. Think NFL. Think, those.
Yeah.
We know a lot about football, so just trust us.
I don't think I've sat through an entire football game ever. No,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it ever.
So like I said, we know what we're talking about. I think we can pretty much just dive right in. Oh, I did want to mention, one more thing. Before we dip our podcast spoon into this delicious football souffle, I just want to say thanks to everybody who has left ratings and reviews on iTunes so far. So if you want to go ahead and do that, we would be greatly appreciative.
Yeah, it does really mean a lot.
It does mean a lot, and it also helps us actually get seen on the charts. So, in case you would like this to be a podcast that people listen to, which I know I would. Mm-hmm. And I think if you check inside your heart, you'll find that you'd like for it to be that way too.
Search deep within you, you know it
Search
to be
your
true.
feelings. Football. You got any ideas about football?
Yeah.
How can we
Yeah.
break this down? How can we just hit me with one ripe idea?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I wasn't going to.
Okay,
I
good.
wasn't going to do the hit me
good.
joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Do I look like Britney Spears from the music video Hit Me Baby One More Time?
I actually don't know the reference.
You don't know the song Hit Me Baby One More Time by
No.
Britney Spears?
No.
You don't know that song?
No.
Here's the condensed version. Baby, baby, give me a sign, hit me baby one more time. And then that's the song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. No.
Much
football.
better song is Hit Me With Your Best Shot, I would say, Pat Benatar. That's kind of the ultimate hit me song, I think.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
You want to talk about football?
Yes, football.
Yeah.
So, surface level, you throw the ball, you score the points by
Yes.
getting a football into the end zone.
You sure do.
Yes. So, just maybe add another football.
Oh. Twice the points?
If the way you score points is by getting a football into the end zone, the more footballs you got on the field, the more points you can score.
Here's something. I think you recommended an additional baseball at some point when we were talking about
Were we
baseball.
talking about baseball?
I don't remember
remember
having
that.
baseball as a topic. I seem to recall at some point, either in this show or in Sellswords, you recommending that we add additional bats and balls and things to baseball.
I mean, it is a good idea because
Yeah.
that's the way you score points.
That's true. Well, here's an idea. Why don't we right now? Right, we've got an offense on one side fighting against a defense on the other side. Mm-hmm. Why not make it fair? Have an offense up against another offense. They've each got a ball.
Oh.
They're each trying to score a point.
So would it be like a race or would it be like
A race against time, really.
a race? Okay.
It's really just a lot of. I guess they could play defense. No, they don't know how to play defense. They're offensive.
Yeah, they're offensive.
And what does the defense do? Oh, here's what they do. After the offense scores, now the defense comes out. It's defense on defense, no footballs.
So, here, okay, paint this picture for me.
Yeah.
Defense on defense. What is the point?
The most effective defense of all time. Do you think they're letting any points by at that
You
point?
do have a point.
Twice the defense.
Defense on defense.
Twice
that
the
defense will never let a ball through.
They will never let a single ball through.
No, not a single point will happen.
I think that's
That's
the
a
problem is
pretty-
that the defenses have been up against all these offenses,
Yeah.
which is unfair. I think that's why they've been
Offense
allowing
has
so
the
many
ball.
points.
The offense has the
ball.
one who's going to score the points.
Of course.
Defense has no chance.
Right.
You got to get another ball out there.
And I hear you say, what if they get an interception? What if they get a pick six? The problem with that is that as soon as they get the ball, they're now the offense.
Yeah.
And so now they
Legally-
have the ball.
Legally, the player with the interception
is
now
now
becomes
the offense.
an offensive player.
Yeah.
And that is his role. And he really can't become defensive anymore.
Right, and now
That's it.
of course he's going to score the points because he's the offense. So if we just started making it more fair by having the defense play another defense,
Yeah.
that's going to... And you know what? Call me crazy, but I think that just makes for good football. That's just good, clean football.
I wouldn't call you crazy. It's, some good old-fashioned American football.
A good scoop of homemade vanilla football is what that is. A good solid scoop of mama's hand rolled in the coffee can, ice and rock salt,
Cop.
hard dip, American football.
Okay.
Vanilla.
With a bit of Hershey's chocolate syrup.
A little bit.
Maybe. I don't know.
American-made Hershey's Pennsylvania
I hope
chocolate
you're
syrup.
referencing ice cream.
I was doing an ice cream. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to be like actual coffee with Hershey's chocolate syrup because
I think that you'll find that that's called a mocha. I think that kickers should be allowed to kick
you're
whoever they want. If you think about it, it's all they have.
true. They have one function.
They have one. A kicker goes out on that field. They get to kick one thing. Id est a football. Once that football sails to the uprights, their kicking foot is itching. All right. And
Yeah.
what do they do on the sidelines? They just kick footballs into little nets over and over and over again. It's not because they need the practice. It's because they can't stop kicking.
Yeah. Shortly before they enter the field, the coach has to pull out that wind-up toy pin out of their back.
Yep.
And then they just start going
They
for
just
it.
start- they just start kicking.
Yeah.
Every 10 seconds, another kick. Yeah, it makes a real interesting time trying to ride a bus with one of them because they've got such strong, powerful kicks. Now, for a normal person, for instance, if you or I, if we were kicking with our legs, just kicking in an upwards motion,
As kicking
as kickers do,
is
as kicking is done.
Yeah.
If we were just kicking every 10 seconds, nobody would even notice. It would be at most Ministry of Silly Walks. That's kind of the effect it would have. But for these kickers, for these powerful Adam Vinatieri's,
they've got powerful legs.
their legs, they are like a trunk of cedar. They are powerful iron limbs that have so much torque and force.
They're machines sculpted to do one thing.
These Terminator legs, these powerful kicks. You sit in a bus with one of these people. If they let loose with one of their strong kicks, it could send the whole bus several feet into the air. Everyone's going to feel it. Everyone's going to feel the effects. I think the way that we mitigate that is to allow them to kick whoever they want while they play a game of football. Because you know what it is? I'm sorry to cut you off, but you know what it is? It's getting that aggression out on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah. With good, clean, American homespun, hand-dipped football.
Because as it is right now, it's a little unfair to the kickers because
True.
every 10 seconds, another kick.
Another
they have
kick.
to be on the field, hike the ball, kick the ball, and off the field before they kick again. Because if they kick again, that's a penalty
If they kick-
because
you're right.
they can't be
Excessive kicking, I think. Yeah.
So if you just allow them to kick whoever and whatever they want, then they can maybe have some more time to breathe, some breathing and kicking time.
Yeah, it's true.
As well as that would also be a pretty good defense. Put him there on the defensive line, and bam, there goes some shins.
I had another idea, which I think it's probably stupid, but I thought it was worth mentioning.
Okay, shoot.
Honestly, I don't even think that it would work as well as the other thing, but I don't know. Don't even bother with it. I don't think it's not even worth mentioning. You know what? I think kickers should just be allowed to kick whoever they want. That's the easier option.
What's the other thing?
I mean, if they didn't do so much cocaine. No, you're right. It's stupid. There's no way. No, you're right. I shouldn't have even brought it up. And especially so close to the ad break, which we have to transition into right now. Okay. I'm sorry to just take us in there after such a dumb, horrible idea, but I hope that we can smooth that over with a little bit of smooth acapella. So, Well, Connor, why don't you go ahead and tell us about our first sponsor today?
Our first sponsor is Rubik Cubes, but with the colors all rearranged.
Okay. When you say Rubik Cubes...
Rubik's Cubes?
Well, I just wanted to know because I know that in the second Night at the Museum movie, they do discover the Cube of Rubik. Mm-hmm. And that was kind of in the singular. Now, I know that Rubik's is not a plural, it's a possessive, but it was done differently. So I just wanted to know if that was kind of the differentiation. But you're just saying a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah. Where you peel all the stickers off and you rearrange it, but you rearrange them into the wrong spots, so now it's unsolvable. And it kind of just sits there.
If you want to do that, I think, as a human being, first of all, no, you know what? I won't pass judgment on the kind of person who would do that because I think it requires a certain kind of mind that's what's the word I'm looking for?
Out of the box, out of the cube?
No, I think just more likely the kind of person that I would never want to say anything negative about in case they come to my house and kill my whole self.
Kill your whole self.
Kill my whole entire
Not
self.
half yourself.
Yeah, in just a raging fit of passion.
Okay, sure, yeah, sure.
But if you're going to do it, I think you should just swap one sticker.
Just swap sticker. One sticker?
Yeah.
So that it looks solvable?
It looks, yeah.
And then
you get to that one.
It's like, where does this go?
Yeah. And so is it the Rubik's Cube themselves that are sponsoring this portion?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I just got a little mixed up.
Yeah, no, they're sponsoring. They just want to say, hey, we're still here.
Okay,
it's
cool.
Okay, you can still turn us.
Yeah.
We won't be mad.
Yeah. Rotate the cube.
You heard it here first, folks. Rotate the cube.
Yeah, I'm just reading off this copy. Rotate the cube, it says. Well, our second sponsor is pencil shavings.
Pencil shavings? Oh, really? What do pencil shavings have to tell us?
Just that they really have a hard time, those number 2 pencils, keeping their beards under control.
Okay.
And so they prefer to use an electric trimmer, but they will use a good old safety razor if they have to. So if you ever see a pencil shaving, just know that it's doing its best. I don't know how you thought that pencils got all sleek and smooth as they are.
You're right. They do have a very nice shine to them.
They do. You never see like a hairy pencil.
Oh gosh.
And by the way, Harry Pencil and the Goblet of Fire is by far the best out of that series.
Well, I don't want to think of Harry Pencils. Any longer, maybe? Did we fulfill their requirement?
We did. No, we're good. No,
okay,
we read the copy. We did the thing.
Okay.
So let's get out of this ad break with a little bit more smooth acapella. Oh my word! Oh wow! Wow! You got a blockage up in there?
Yeah, my ears.
You gotta.
I can't hear.
It sound.
I can't.
I don't know what you heard when you did that just now. What I heard was. It sounded like you sucked your neck down into your stomach, and then it didn't get all the way down, so somehow you choked on your own neck. That's what I heard.
I'm so sorry, listeners. That had to come across horribly.
Yeah. I think it's nice that you're apologizing to the listeners, but I had to also see it happen.
I'm sorry, Graham.
No, I just
You did.
it's more concern in my tone. I'm not angry, I'm just concerned.
I'm sorry you had to see that.
Yeah, I sure did have to see that. You wanna hit us
Football.
Football.
We're talking about football.
Oh, thank
Yes,
you.
yes,
for
let's talk a little bit
centering
more
us
about
once
football.
again, so to speak.
So, let's talk a little bit about football.
Please.
Our topic today is football.
Yeah. If you're just joining us,
So,
thanks for having us back.
when you take a look at the Lion, like right when they're there on the field and they're doing the thing,
Yeah.
you've got this long line of guys, right? Mm-hmm. All sorts of different defenders
Yep.
or offenders or like
Yes.
people who like
Offenders.
yes, offenders. But you've got defensive people. Like I think tight end is maybe one, maybe not. I don't know.
Don't embarrass us, 'cause I don't know
I
either.
don't know anything. But they've got different jobs. They're defenders with different jobs.
Yes.
Then you've got people who catch the ball.
I think
But
safety might have been one you're thinking of.
maybe safety. You've got people who catch the balls. And they catch them all slightly differently. So you got different catchers.
Right.
Sometimes
Some catch
different
with their
runners.
hands. Some.
You've got the kickers. You've got a kicker for like punting, and you've got
Yep.
a kicker for field goals.
Yep.
And then
You
you've
got a
just
kicker
got
for just beating the crap out of the opposing team. And we're hoping to change that by allowing
It's just like a.
all
It's just
kickers
like
to
a
do
New
that.
Yorker.
Yeah.
It's just like a New Yorker. Just kind of
right.
comes on the field. And then the main part of the game,
Mm-hmm.
throwing the ball, you just got one dude. Just a dude. There's no. He's got to throw it far. He's got to throw it short. He's got to do all the throws by
He's
himself.
got to do all the Sesame Street positions, huh? He got to go near. He got to go far.
Yeah.
He got to go under and over and left and right.
Yeah. Well, why aren't there different throwers based off like different
Wow.
things?
Because if you did have, say, 9 different kind of distance throwers, you could carry
Mm-hmm.
them all in a big bag with kind of like big hoodies over their heads. And then whenever you needed your long quarterback, you would pull him out of the bag and take the sock off of his head. And then you would put him down on the
I
field.
choose you.
Like here's my
like Pokemon. You've got a Pokemon belt.
Like here's
of,
here's my 3 quarterback, and it's like, oh no, it's actually going to be a little bit longer than that. Let me pull out my 2 quarterback,
Yeah.
and the coaches would all have
And
caddies.
that way they can all hone in and be really, really, really good at something,
Yeah.
rather than have to do a broad thing. And also kind of just like share the glory, because
Yeah.
like you got defenders who all do a bunch of different stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all there together. You can have a bunch of different quarterbacks.
Yeah. Well, and you know what I've noticed in the league is that there are just so many extra quarterbacks who don't have anything to do and yet are just as good as the number 1 quarterbacks.
Really?
You know, and that's something I always notice whenever a quarterback gets injured. There's always like 3 people who are just as good, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Where it's like it's no sweat. If someone
Yeah.
gets injured, it doesn't matter, because like, oh, here's
Yeah.
another one.
Right.
Let's just
Just let them play.
pull out my big bag of quarterbacks.
Yeah. I mean, you remember back when Curtis Painter had to take over for Peyton Manning? I mean, he did a great job. I mean, just because he moved the ball, you know, towards the opposite end of the field from the one that normally that Peyton would have been going towards.
It's his own style.
It's his own style. He's a free spirit.
He had his own thing.
He had his
going,
own thing
and
going.
I got to respect that.
I think Curtis Painter played in like the 1800s. It's been a while since I watched football. It's been a minute.
I know like Reggie Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reggie Wayne.
Yeah, Reggie Wayne.
Marvin Harrison, Edgerrin James.
Yeah.
These are players that I know.
yes. Yes.
I get on.
I hear they're doing really well.
I hear they're all doing great. I look at the TV now if a game is on, and I see these T.Y. Hiltons, and I see these Andy Lucks. Siri, what?
I don't know what you mean by, and I see these is $80. How about a web search for it?
Yeah, search the web.
Here's what I found on the web for and I see these is $80.
Oh wow, CVS pharmacy discounts. Hey, what were we talking about?
I have no idea.
Yeah, me neither.
Thanks, Siri.
You know, the Bengals have this guy named James Brown, not to be confused with James Brown. who has been watching Bengals games, like going to every Bengals game for like decades. It might be over 50 years. I don't know if it's that much. It's a very long time he's been going to these games. And he's actually so beloved by like the team, by the owner of the team, and the previous owner of the team, who I think has passed on. But like he is a part of the team now. He goes back in the locker room like hours before the game. He leads the team onto the field. He's just like old, like
That's really cool.
Old guy. Yeah. I feel like if you're not a Bengals fan, you wouldn't know about it unless you're like me and just spend hours watching videos about like obscure NFL trivia. I don't know. Maybe this is not as obscure as I think it is. But it just got me thinking of like that's like a solid fan. That's about as fan as you can get, right? What I see
It's
a lot
big
of
metal fan.
it is a big old ceiling fan. And what I see a lot of are people who are nowhere near that level of fan, who just kind of like to complain about all the plays, and all of the quarterbacks and all the tight ends, and where they're running and doing all of their misdeeds all across the football court. and what I think should happen is I noticed there are some teams that have like really good fans, but like the teams aren't that good. And there's like a lot of teams where like the teams are really good, but their fans are just the worst, and not to generalize too broadly, but what if we had one game out of the year, I mean, just one, where instead of the teams playing each other, it was just the fans playing against each other, their fans, and it was based on which fans complained the most.
Oh. Well, would this lead to more complaining because people would try to get in this game? Would it?
I think it's almost like a non-factor because the people who naturally will complain the most are by default the people who would never want to go out there themselves.
True.
They have they feel that they have the license to just kind of ramble on endlessly because it's never going to be a danger to them. So I wonder, and even better, what if rather than having the fans play each other, if it were two games out of the year, and it was actually just the fans against the opposing teams?
Oh. So like the fans of whatever team that complained the most out of that year would then play that team? And they'd be like, man, we have had so many complaints about the Cleveland Browns. Is that a team?
Yes, but
Browns?
nobody has ever complained about them.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they're actually one of the best in the league.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, everybody
idea.
loves the Browns.
No, I had no idea.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, Giants? How about Giants?
The Giants are terrible. They've got no potential.
And then like, well, we've complained so much about you. And the Giants are like, well, no, it's okay, cool. Here's a glove. I'm going to throw it on the ground. Square up. Fight me. Duel. Something.
With those big football gloves that they use to catch the outfield passes.
Yeah. But no, to kind of play in that space maybe a little bit.
Yeah, by all means.
I like that idea, but
Yes.
it got me thinking. With football games right now, there are like 11 players
Yes.
per on the field, or just 11
per team.
players per team.
Yeah.
Okay, per team. It seems to me like you could probably fit some more people on that field.
It's a
if you're
pretty
watching
big
the game,
field.
it's a big field. They're only taking up a little bit of a line.
Yeah, you're right.
You can fit more people on there. So what if you got the fans in on it to where whoever had the larger fan base would have like the largest team?
Oh, so it's
So
like
then you could just like crowd the field. You can't score a touchdown with all those people there. The largest team, the best team with the most fans might win. But then again, I mean, maybe there's always ways.
So it's kind of like population too, because like right now we kind of have this electoral system, right, where no matter how densely populated your city is, you have the same number of players on your team. However, if we went to more of like a popular system, like popular vote football, now we would have like, states with like big populations, such as California. And they've already got a few teams, but like now they would get to have like 13 or 14 players because they have so many fans because of all of the people that live in their cities.
And see, the thing that would happen with that now is it becomes a little bit more of a longer game to where even before the match starts, days before, fans will be crowding the field. They'll be surrounding the city with like barricades, and it's the away's team job to get the football to that end zone. So they got to infiltrate the city. They got to get in with their tactics and whatnot, and kind of Mission Impossible the football into that end zone.
Even getting into the stadium,
do that, then they win the game.
Because even getting into the stadium is going to be a hassle.
It'll be a hassle. But
they will not break through the parking garages if it's that densely
I feel like this would make football slightly more interesting because then you'd have games across cities.
Yeah.
And how cool would that be? Where's the football now? What happened to it?
We should lay siege to other people's cities in order to win football games for the glory of Indianapolis. That's where it breaks down. I don't think you can do anything for the glory of Indianapolis. Indianapolis is a very down-to-earth place, and I don't think that anybody has ever gone out in the world and conquered a raging lion and then been like, for Indianapolis. It doesn't ring true. And here's the thing. There are places, even in the United States, that you can be from and that you can do things in the name of. So, like, for instance, if somebody from New York, right, is in, like, I don't know, San Francisco, and they get into a fight, or the fight, I don't know, a specific one, I guess.
Like
the definite article really wanted to creep in there. If they get into a fight, and then they, like, knock somebody out, they'd be like, yeah, that's for Brooklyn. Right?
Yeah.
Because Brooklyn, I guess, just keeps track of these things. Indianapolis has no such record. So if I go anywhere and I could go out right now with a big sword strapped to my back and I could go hunt a wild dragon.
Okay.
And slay it in a mighty deed of valor. And when everybody's looking at me, I'd be like, yeah, for the see ya. Let me just squeeze past you, right? All right. That's kind of you can't, there's hometown pride, I think, for Indianapolis, but there's no glory. It's not a very glamorous place. I don't think that mighty deeds of valor have been done in the name of Indianapolis. I don't know. Maybe they have. If you can think of any, obviously tweet them at us. Hashtag 100 worse at 100% worse on Twitter. We're always looking for corrections and reprimands. We just thrive. Is there anything else you want to throw out there?
Consulting my notes real fast. Yeah. No, not. I mean, I think we've made football as good as it can get.
I think we've done pretty well.
Now we have cities attacking each other.
We have cities attacking one another.
Like the spirit of football.
It is the spirit of football. And we have kickers also attacking. Have we just made a violent game more violent? That's what I fear.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I was watching a video of, I want to say a New Zealander. He might have been Australian. I don't remember. And he was watching compilations of big football hits because he was wanting to compare it to rugby. And he saw one big hit in football. And he stood up and he went, and he had to take a break. And so I worry that we've taken that and we've also added rioting, subterfuge, and really just rampant kicking. I cannot stress the power of these kicks. just the muscular thighs of these men and the just the driving force that they can put, that they could inflict on another human body. I'm sure we're helping. We have to be helping.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
I had one just quick. It's more of just a mental image than anything. I just think entire league of Pat McAfees. We have the technology to make it happen. Can we have games where every player is Pat McAfee? We've seen the man punt. We've seen the man kick field goals before. We've seen him pass, and we've seen him run, and we've seen him tackle. That's all the things that you ever have to do in football.
Yep. Well, catch.
And catch.
You do have to catch.
He catches the ball when he sets it down for Vinny. So
Yeah. Oh, true.
So he can catch real low. We know that he can catch real low and backwards, and kneeling. So I think that's good
that's
enough.
actually
it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's fairly
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's going to do it for us. Well, we kind of want to implement something new this week. We realize that my voice has actually gotten very it's taken on a new quality. I think in the past several minutes. I think I don't know if I'm coming down to something or if my voice is just doing something odd. Anyway, we've decided to incorporate something new that we think will help us determine whether we are truly improving the world one thing at a time, as we do here on 100% Worse, the show that gets better every day, and the show that attempts to make the world a little bit better every day.
And if we don't actually figure out if we're improving things, then we'll never get better.
Right. And if there's one thing we have, it's room for improvement. So to that end, we have decided that every week we're going to consult a magic 8-ball, and we're here legally required to say that it's not actually magic. It uses a scientific process to determine whether or not our podcast has been successful in doing the thing that it purports to do. So why don't we go ahead and ask the question? This is the site. What is this site?
I don't know.
It is
indra.com/8
the word ball /front.html.
The number 8, the word ball.
It doesn't sing as well, does it? It purports that Spike's 8-ball knows all and says, what is your question? Our question, I think, is, did we
make football better?
Did we make football better? Spike, did we make football better? It says...
Loading. Can you read that? I can't.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Look at that.
Hey, all right. Well, Spike's 8-ball, which knows all, says that without a doubt we did make football better this week. And we hope that you agree with that. If you do agree, tweet about it. Let us know that you do in fact agree that without a doubt we made football better this week. So please tweet using the hashtag 100worse. That's the number 100 and the word worse. If you disagree, want me to do something very different, which is to tweet that you disagree using the same hashtag 100worse. Whether you agree or disagree, let us know. Oh, maybe we can get some kind of consensus. Maybe we'll put out a poll. I don't know. You guys like Twitter polls? I think those are pretty popular.
We might be able to use those.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, you can also hit us up on our Facebook and Instagram at the same handle.
Which is, we didn't say the handle yet. But the handle is at 100% worse. That's the number 100, the words percent and worse. So yeah, you can tweet at us with any questions or comments or anything that you have, or just to roast us, I guess. Wendy's is roasting people. Wouldn't you like to do the same thing to other people?
Fine by me.
Clearly asking for it. Yeah. Once again, thanks to everybody who has left us a rating and review on iTunes. Once again, would ask you, once again. I keep saying once again. I think, is that going to be my crutch phrase of 2019?
Maybe.
I think my one of 2018 there at the end. What was it? It was like essentially. I think I said essentially a lot. Yeah. And now I'm saying once again. But yes, please leave ratings and reviews. I cannot stress enough how helpful those are to get our podcast seen and to give us kind of credibility for people who stumble across the show for the first time. So especially if you want to write a review, we would be super duper grateful, and we sure do love you for that. Well, I think that's about all that stuff that we have to say. We are going to do our recommend section. Now, we decided to drop the don't recommend because honestly, it was getting hard to come up with things that we specifically hated enough to not recommend.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I guess if we just don't recommend it, then we just won't mention it. So Connor, why don't you go ahead and tell me what you recommend this week?
Okay, I recommend Critical Role. Yes, I like podcasts. I like D&D, and yet I haven't listened to Critical Role yet. I don't know why. I just started this week. It's brilliant. That's what everybody says. And I don't know what I expected, but it is honestly brilliant. So go check it out.
Yeah, where can people find Critical Role?
They can find it on YouTube. I think they do also have a podcast. I don't know where it is though. I was searching for Spotify. It wasn't on there, but they've got YouTube with like face cams and everything. And table cams and stuff on YouTube.
If people don't know exactly what Critical Role is, can you sum it up in like two sentences?
It's a D&D podcast starring a bunch of different voice actors,
Including?
Matt Mercer as the DM.
Yeah. If you might know Matt Mercer as...
Oh, Matt Mercer plays in Dota 2. Monkey King plays in Overwatch. McCree. Oh, geez, what else has he done? He's done...
So many things. And he's the DM.
Yeah, he's the DM.
Which means that he gets to do all kinds of voices. It is very good. Well, this week I recommend Spider-Man 2002. Yeah.
Oh, really? Tobey Maguire?
Tobey Maguire. I was Sam Raimi, I believe, directed that. I was going back and rewatching it because I just had such fond memories of that movie. I wanted to see if it kind of held up. And honestly, it does. And it does in a very specific way. I think if you compare it to MCU movies, it's not going to be the same. It's not the same kind of movie. You know, it's not going to have the same feel as anything post-Iron Man. And there's a reason for that. But it is going to have a real comic book feel. It's going to, I think, perfectly embody what a superhero movie of that type, what a Spider-Man movie should be. And I think a lot of people forget that, like, with all the ridiculousness that does happen in that early Spider-Man trilogy, Spider-Man from 2002 was a solid movie. It's interesting that even critically, it still holds up. I think a lot of people would think back on it the same way they would think back on Spy Kids or something like that, saying like, "Oh, I liked it when I was a kid. If I watched it now, I would hate it." I don't think you will. It is still a very good movie. So, and people forget it had like a great cast. I mean, Tobey Maguire, of course, also Willem Dafoe, and James Franco playing Harry. So, I mean, come on, it doesn't get much better than that. So yeah, I recommend that you go back and watch Spider-Man, which you may remember from your childhood. And looky wow, I think that brings us to the absolute end of the show. Thanks to Jacob from The Day After for doing our intro tag this week. Once again, if you want to send in your own intro tag, just record yourself saying, "Hi, I'm so-and-so from such and such a place or band or whatever it is you do, and you're listening to 100% Worse," and we'll go ahead and stick that at the beginning. And thanks to everybody who sends one in. Thanks to Kenny Childers for doing our opening monologue. Week after week after week, here into this new year and apparently till the end of time. Yeah, really cool dude. Check out his channel, by the way, on YouTube, Childers Pictures, if we haven't mentioned it before. Really cool Lego stop motion stuff, movie reviews. It's just a fun time. You'll like it.
It is a fun time.
Yeah. Again, thanks everybody for listening. I'm Graham Ganol.
I'm Connor Hughes.
This is 100% Worse.
Eat your pizza right out of your pockets.
And they took that show and made that show 100% worse.